Welcome back to the Messie Missy Morning Glory. It's Sunday. Fix your Sundays. The old saying used to be Sunday scary. Scared of going back into a week. Don't mind the background horns. I don't really know what that is. It's a lamp. We do need a little bit more light in here. Hang on. Nope. The lamp does not turn on. That's better. That's better. This is my space that I have to create in at the moment. What is going on in life? What's going on in your life? What's going on in my life? Because I am sharing my stories of rebuilding my dream life. Why not just go all in and just go for the jugular? Let's rebuild our lives into our dream lives. We can do it. I've done it once before, and I'm going to do it again, but as a different version of me. So I use Sundays as a really important day to set myself up for success, to set myself up for the next week. A setup. Use Sunday as a setup. So if you're raising teenagers, working full-time in the corporate crime cubicle, as I refer to it, where are you in your life right now? How do you use Sunday to add momentum to your life, to move it to where you want it to be? Sunday is a very, very important day for me for that reason, for doing that, for taking action. So if you feel anxious, if you feel like you're avoiding your life, if you feel like you're stuck somewhere that you don't want to be, if you're not tired, like, oh, I just woke up, I'm drinking my coffee. I'm not tired that way. You're tired. You're not prepared. You're not preparing yourself for the greatness that's out there. So I don't know that this is something you have to be taught or that you would teach, but I'll use it how I use Sundays. I use Sunday to set up my week ahead. That's that simple. And we've been talking a lot about this 4-quad system that I have developed. I didn't just pull it out of thin air. It started with Dwight D. Eisenhower. And I think he was getting ready for war. I can't remember exactly why he came up with this, but it was during a time of war. And he used it to put things into priorities and to make decisions. Okay. So it was originally called the Eisenhower Matrix philosophy. And in also a quad system. And so his famous quote is, what is important is seldom urgent, and what is urgent is seldom important. Okay, so your problems are urgent and important. The urgent are not important, and the important are never urgent. Got it? So then Stephen Covey, 7 Habits of Effective People, he took this quad system, 7 Habits of Effective People, and he made it into something that worked for businessmen. The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. Okay, then Stephen Covey took this and made it into a time management matrix. Okay, and I'm giving you the history of this because it was built on proven scientific usage. All right. And so then I went to an event last March and studied Dharma and found myself in a room. It was very interesting, in a seminar of like all midlife women chose this one topic that was based on now what? ... Like, we're in life was great. It's the same story over and over and over again. Got married, had kids, built a career. We're in our mid 40s. Now what? There's like so much more for us. We have this intrinsic feeling, this thing in our gut, these Sunday scaries of like, there's so much more. I was made for so much more, but I'm stuck in this. Wherever you are, wherever you're stuck. What are you stuck in right now? And so I created out of that long weekend seminar and working through when I returned back to, like, you leave a seminar, you return back to kind of your life. But my life has been in constant upheaval for 3 years. So you return back to whatever you were doing before, wherever you went before, lived, survived through life. And now what? Like, what are you going to do? In a room of 30 midlife women, how many of those women took the chance to change their career, change their goals, change their life, to start living their dream life? How many of them? Not many. Think about it when you go to an event, a self-help something or other, and then you return back to your life. So yesterday I had this aha moment going through the grocery store, and I was like, I'm ready. I'm finally ready. And so this morning I wanted to talk about the feeling of getting ready to be ready. It's all in the momentum and the movement and in the doing. And that's what we're talking about with you're doing Sunday wrong. How are you doing Sunday? Is Sunday just another one of those days of the week that's fallen into some monotony where you get up, put on your bathrobe, drink your coffee, go to church, go to brunch, come home, do the laundry, do the meal prep, get ready for the week? Getting ready. But what are you getting ready for? Are you getting ready to walk into your dream Monday? Or are you getting ready to do the same thing every Monday? Go back to your crying cubicle. I don't know. Where are you in life? Where are you stuck? And are you truly getting ready to be ready, to get ready for the next phase of your dream life? So now is the time to get in motion, to get ready to be ready. Because when you wake up one day and you're like, okay, I'm ready to be divorced. I'm ready to start the business. I'm ready to turn in my resignation letter. I'm ready to move into my dream house, condo, apartment, move into my dream thing. When you finally decide that you're ready to do those things, everything changes because your energy and your momentum change. You're giving permission to be ready. So that's how you need to use Sundays. Is not just another day to go through your motions because it's how you did last Sunday. Time, pause, time out. You need to be preparing your dream life today so it starts moving in the forces of the energy in the universe. Because by the time you say you're a new week of the I have developed based off of the prior two gentlemen, women, nobody's done this. Nobody. And I was surviving in a to-do list. That's why I recreated all of this. I learned the tool. I started studying the Dharma and my purpose of life. Because when you finally decide you're ready for more, that you were made, you know you're made for more. When you finally decide that you're ready, you're then going to be like, okay, but who am I? Who am I? Because you're going to find yourself in this major identity crisis thing. So using everything I learned at that long weekend, what now? Now what? I'm doing Sundays wrong, Messie Missy. Now what? Okay. I created a workbook. If you want it, message me, drop a comment, email me. Say, I want the Who Are You workbook. Who are you? Because you're going to sit yourself in a Sunday scary and you're going to say, I don't know how to change my week ahead because I don't know who I am or who I want to be. I'm going to give you one thing to do from the Who Are You that will help. Well, I might need to give you more than that. Okay. These are tools. These are real life tools that have worked. And I kind of went off on the tangent just a tiny bit because I started to explain that I was living in survival mode for 3 years. It was horrid, but I didn't have any tools to use or people to depend on. And that's what we're doing here every morning this is a community. This is a community of building beautiful businesses and beautiful lives through our messes. Okay. So I don't care how messy your life is right now. Of course, I care the messes that you're going through, right? That's human kindness. I care. But it's to get you through them faster than I got through them. These are the tools you need to use. So I got a workbook. Who Are You workbook? If you want it, message me. I want you to use it. That was